Yeah.
I'm Lieutenant Larry Snelling.
My man, Larry Snell.
So let me explain something.
Snelling?
You're Snelling. S-N-E-L-L-I-N-G.
You're breaking my, Lieutenant, you're breaking my personal distance here.
Here's what I'm going to ask you.
Here's what I'm going to ask you.
I'm going to ask you.
I take a step back.
What I'm going to ask you is this. A report or not?
Yes, I want to report.
If you think that you're going to intimidate me with the phone, you're sadly mistaken.
If you think you're going to intimidate me with your body, you're also sadly mistaken. You're spitting on me. You're spitting on me. You're literally spitting on me. You're literally spitting on me. Get away from. Stop walking up on me.
Continue this behavior.
Stop walking. I'm going to keep. I want to give an anonymous report.
Now let's see if he puts that up there. Let's see if he posts when I talk about what our officers are doing out here every single day to protect your rights.
I don't have to post.
Well, now you see, don't you, Snelling? I posted it. That was one and only Lieutenant Larry Snelling. Right there in the picture, it looks like Eddie Murphy if he got the role as Radio. My man Larry Snelling over there in 7 in the Inglewood district. Now, that man assaulted me. He spit on me. He came at me in an aggressive manner. He put me in a state of apprehension to feel like a battery was about to occur. That is the definition of assault. Battery is the unwanted, unlawful touching of in a provocative manner. In an unwanted, provocative manner that was provoking me, of course. Of course I was in a state of apprehension. What happened after that day and for the next 6 days forth? I got bombarded with emails from all over the city. Emailing me, texting me, commenting, giving me information on one Larry Snelling. One of my favorite comments came from a Chicago police officer. This one was not emailed or commented on my site directly, but it said, having Larry Snelling above you is like having Devin Hester as your supervisor. I almost fell out of my chair laughing. Anyways, Larry Snelling assaulting hardworking Americans who dare to come in and report that somebody's threatening their life and using the 7th District as their bait, as they told me that the tag team and the gang team would be on me and this and that. And obviously Larry Snelling doesn't like the camera, even though he said, if you think that camera's in, I think the camera's driving you nuts and I think it's made you lose your mind. Anyways, what came out of that was on November 14th, I went live with all my information. What I found out was this, that in the Chicago Police Department, there is one phrase that you say, and if you say it to the rank and file, if you say it to the majority, the 99% of the Chicago Police Department, they will react like a vampire to garlic. That phrase is merit promotion. So I blew it up. I talked all about it. I talked about it being a euphemism. It's really a meritless promotion. It's for people who can't pass the sergeant's exam, the detective's exam, and the lieutenant's exam. Now, at the time, Larry Snelling was working in the academy. He was teaching the cadets constitutional law, self-defense techniques, the force continuum, how to escalate force. And in 2017, the Department of Justice came back with a scathing report of just how inadequate the Chicago Police Department was as far as their training of their cadets and their enforcement of the Constitution on the street, abiding by the Constitution on the street. So much so that the state of Illinois sued the Chicago Police Department, and they settled in a federal consent decree. A federal consent decree is a agreement in which the defendant agrees to make concessions with the plaintiff. In this case, it's a complete overhaul of the Chicago Police Department. So, Charlie Beck just coming aboard. Do you think they're paying attention to us? Do you think that DPN is really starting to make some noise? That we the people are being heard? Well, listen to Superintendent Beck's, one of his first orders.
Breaking right now, Interim Police Superintendent Charlie Beck suspending merit promotions while he's in charge. The move just days before the sergeant promotional exam on Saturday. Beck says he also plans to recommend his successor do the same and instead promote officers on how well they perform on exams held every 2 years. Some officers complain the merit system was not working.
Well, paint my hair red and call me Sally. Did you hear what Superintendent Beck just said? Merit promotion suspended, and he is going to, he's only interim superintendent, so the actual superintendent, when they take over, he's going to suggest that they not be reinstituted. So if that was the case, if Beck was here all along, Snelling would still be an officer. Let's read more. WLS out of Chicago. Chicago's interim police superintendent is getting rid of the merit promotion system that has been criticized, rewarding officers for who they know, not how well they can do the job. This system has been around for more than 20 years, and that's exactly what the officers told me when they emailed me, when they got in touch with me, with the backbone of the CPD, the patrol division. That's exactly what they said to me. Also, let's read more. In a consultation with the mayor and Fraternal Order of Police President Kevin Graham, Beck says, I decided that I will not make any merit promotions during my tenure as interim superintendent. Beck also said in this written statement, he would recommend that Lightfoot's permanent top cop, who will be chosen by the mayor in the coming months, discontinue the merit promotional system and in the future hold promotional exams every 2 years. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Snelling would be a crossing guard still if it wasn't for merit promotions. My God. In 2017, the Justice Department criticized the police department's merit system, saying its officials had not been transparent in their decisions about promotions. So in other words, they couldn't talk about why they gave this guy a raise. They couldn't give any good answers. They couldn't back up their decision with any concrete evidence, any concrete merit, actual merit. They basically just knew the person, or they worked with them and didn't want to have to walk past them in the hall every day and duck their head, look the other way. But this all came to light 1 week after the actual incident on November 7th with Snelling. On November 14th, I'm about to show you that video. You'll see what I say after I was contacted repeatedly, a deluge of emails from CPD officers, retired CPD officers, officers from other parts of the country, citizens, people that worked in other parts of for other parts of the city, for other departments in the city. They all gave me information, so I sat down in a bunker somewhere in Bolivia because my life was being threatened by Lathrop 1. That psycho that was stalking me, and well, you watch for yourself what I uncovered, and know that 3 weeks after this was aired, that this was outed, is when Superintendent Beck made the announcement we just read. 3 weeks after this coming to light.
Wrong. Snelling failed. Snelling failed the exam. Snelling can't pass the exam. Now, if there's one thing you tell to a CPD officer and they will react like garlic to a vampire, you say this word, or this phrase rather. Merit promotion. Merit promotion. It's a euphemism. Like when they call a janitor, he's an environmental specialist. He's not a janitor, he's an environmental specialist. That's a euphemism. What a merit promotion is for people who get sponsored by a commander. Now, there's only 23 commanders in the Chicago Police Department. If a commander sponsors you, you automatically get promoted, regardless that you failed the test. You're just a friend of this. It's nepotism, right? You're friendly with this guy, this commander in this district, and I'll tell you what, you're friendly with this commander, and he sponsors you. Now you're automatically sergeant. Doesn't matter that you failed the test. It doesn't matter that you've been staying at the academy for the past 20 years. Listen, unless the gangster disciples and black disciples break out into a game of dodgeball in Inglewood, we're screwed. Selling that whistle around your throat is not going to stop anybody. So unless they start playing dodgeball on the south side, we're in trouble. Because Snelling's been inside of a gym for the past 20 years. He hasn't even put on a bulletproof vest. He wouldn't know a bulletproof vest from a tuxedo vest. So there you go. Snelling. No, I'm sorry. This January 13, 2017, the Department of Justice The Department of Justice report criticizes the use of force training. Who was training people for the use of force? Who was the guy training people in uses of force? Who was at the academy? Put our heads together. Who was at the academy? The Justice Department, this is from 2011 to 2016. Who was at the academy teaching people on uses of force? I'll show you. I'll put wait to the description. I'll show you the news highlights. I'll show you what the Justice says about uses of force. When officials spoke to recent graduates, only 1 in 6 could properly articulate the legal standard for use of force. 1 in 6 could properly articulate the use of the standard for use of force, the legal standard for use of force. In other words, when do I have the legal right to use this lethal force? Less than lethal force, lethal force? When do I have that right? 1 in 6 could articulate that right after graduation. You know who trained him? Snelling. Snelling trained him. So Snelling, he got a merit promotion. Snelling got a merit promotion to sergeant. So he's a sergeant over there at the academy. Now, to get a merit promotion one time in your career is unheard of. It's unheard of. So the rank and file, which is normally the backbone, is the patrol division of the CPD. God bless the patrol division out there putting their lives on the line in those dangerous neighborhoods. While this guy's playing dodgeball and they're putting their lives on the line, yet he gets promoted. I would be bitter too. You know, these people come to me. They said, listen, disorderly, we like you. We understand you're fair. You're fair and you're firm, and that's what I am. If you're a good officer, I put you up on a pedestal. If you're a bad one, I rip away the veil and I let the sun shine on you. The spotlight of my camera will shine on you, and the world will see I am fair. You can hardly tell me I'm not. So, he gets promoted to sergeant.